Hi, my name is Orseline.
And I'm Skhar.
And welcome to my house, Red Book Edition, where I take 15 minutes to draw something from inside my house.
And I'm here to take the tour with you.
Alright, so let's get started.
So we're about to put 15 minutes on the clock here.
Starting now. And I'll just give it away as to what we're drawing today.
Oh, it's different from the other times, okay.
But we are starting with a circle.
Oh, okay. The patented circle.
But it's more of an oval, really.
That looks like a... Okay, yeah.
It's you know what? It's more of a bean. We're starting with a bean today.
Okay. Now what kind of bean are we starting with?
Yeah, we're starting with a small bean. And it progressively turns into a medium bean.
And then a large bean after?
Exactly, but that one's in Chicago. Okay, like I said, I was gonna give it away. It is a frog princess. And
Princess?
I believe it's a frog princess.
Crown and everything?
It has a crown, yes.
Okay. Well.
Now correct me if I'm wrong, Skhar.
Mm-hmm.
But did this frog princess come from Slovakia?
I believe it did.
I believe this frog princess actually traveled to our home all the way from Slovakia.
You're absolutely right.
And again, having problems with the eyes.
Those are the eyes.
Something about eyes. It's not, we're moving on. We're moving on.
We don't want a repeat of last week here. So I guess you're gonna have to, move on to a little something else. Maybe come back, take a breather from the eyes.
Take a little break from eyes for now. Go on to her little crown.
Put some of the other pieces of the puzzle together before you go to that one,
You know what, I should have. But it's too late.
Alright, I see it.
Looks more like a little chicken comb,
I have no idea why I thought those were ears when you were drawing them. But
They look like little rat ears. And no, these aren't the eyes.
Or are they?
Or maybe they are. You'll never be able to unsee it.
Not until the picture's over. That's beautiful. And that's the end of the video, everyone. We didn't need 15 minutes.
Didn't need 15 minutes for it. Alright. It's actually a plushie, so now I gotta figure out how to make it look like a plushie. Going back to sketching mode instead of
the more hard lines.
Yeah, which is what I was trying to go for earlier. Because it is a little plushie toy.
Now, let's get back to this bean for a second here. I remember you telling me a little story, and maybe you can hold off on telling it if you want. You don't have to tell it right here, right now. Maybe you can save it for another time.
Skhar, right here, right now, is the perfect time. The perfect place.
Well then.
The perfect moment.
Go ahead, because
That was a reference to a song.
I have no idea what that reference is. That flew over my head.
A country song, I believe. You can call it country. Ah, dang it.
Yeah, it looked good to me. I don't
Nah. The Princess Frog was cross-eyed, and you know what? I deviated from what I'm actually seeing, but I couldn't have another cross-eyed character.
You sure you don't want to just make it a smiley face and those are the ears? Because you totally.
It could be. It's up to the audience. However they want to see it.
This image is up for your interpretation.
It really is.
But at the end of the day, it really is just a plushie.
Yes.
But if it makes you feel better, interpret away.
Yeah, so this story is about a bean, a piece of coal, and a straw.
A straw.
Like a straw, like hay, you know, like a piece of straw.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, like not a straw, like a drinking straw, but
like a straw, the straw that broke the camel's back straw.
Exactly. That very straw, actually.
It is that. Okay, that was
that
my next
straw.
question.
That particular straw. And this bean and this coal and this straw were on a journey together. Sorry, we're trying to get this back into focus here for you. There you go.
There it is. Back.
You know, little tricks one has to have.
The camera was trying to decide whether to focus on the first set of eyes or the second set of eyes.
Couldn't
And
decide.
it was having some trouble there.
Exactly.
But we got it back under the control.
Anyways, this straw, this
Back
coal,
to the bean.
and this bean were on a journey, and they come across a river. Now I might be paraphrasing this story, and if anybody knows this story, please tell me where the story came from, because I remember this story being told to me, and the person that told me this story doesn't even remember this story.
Was it the camel whose back was broken?
Maybe. So they come across this river, and they have to cross it. So they have an idea. The straw is gonna act as a bridge, and they're gonna cross the river with the help of the straw. So the straw goes into position, and the first one to go is the coal. And the coal tries to cross the bridge with the straw as the bridge. And as you can imagine, this coal is actually a hot coal. So as it's crossing the bridge, it burns the straw, and it breaks it, and they fall into the river.
Oh no.
And the bean sees this and finds it so funny that it starts laughing. And it laughs and it laughs and it laughs so hard that it bursts open.
It just burst.
It bursts open until someone comes along and finds this bean that's exploded on the side because it laughed so hard that it burst open. And what they do is that they sew this bean together. And that's why beans have that little seam on the side. Because it laughed so hard at the demise of the straw and coal that it exploded.
So what you're telling us is that beans are sociopaths.
The beans are not good friends. So
The bean watched the straw break in half. That coal that was on fire fell into the river, got put out.
yeah,
He just laughed away
he
until
laughed.
his side literally burst.
Exactly. And somebody came and sewed that bean together, and that's apparently the story of how why the bean has a like a little seam on the side.
Amazing.
I thought it was a great story.
Amazing story.
So next time you see a bean, just know that's why it has a little seam on its side, because it laughed at the demise of its friends.
So take that advice, people. If you laugh at your friends, your side is gonna burst.
You're gonna laugh so hard that your side will burst, and somebody is going to have to sew you together and you'll have a seam on the side, like the bean.
Now the question is, will you be as lucky as the bean for someone to come and find you? Because I think that bean's pretty lucky.
You know, that bean was very lucky. That bean would have been left exploded on the side of this river that it was trying to cross.
Is that why they call it a kidney bean? Because its side blew out?
No, I think a kidney bean is just a kidney bean because it's the shape of a kidney.
Yeah, but they have that little indent on the side too.
Yeah, I think all beans have that indent.
You know, I guess you're kind of...
I think that's the moral of the story. Is that all beans have an indent.
All beans blow up. Or all the beans blew up.
They all did. It's that other theory of evolution, not the accurate one, the one that said whatever you get, your children get. I forgot what that theory was called. There's a name for the scientist who thought this theory was true.
Whatever you get, your children get.
Yeah, but the theory was basically that if you, like, say you received an injury and you lost an arm, your children would be born without an arm.
Whoa, really?
No. Proven false very quickly, I assume. But I believe that was an actual theory presented by somebody. And I think it may have not been for humans so much as maybe animals.
And beans.
And beans. Well, it was accurate for beans because all beans ended up with the seam.
That must be where the theory came from then.
That must have been. You know, we thought we were haters. We thought that scientist was just not smart and didn't know what he was talking about.
And the scientist was the cousin of the kidney bean, and his name was Kidney Stone.
Yes. He killed the kidney bean.
He killed the kidney bean?
Well, he was a stone in the kidney bean. Well, at least made his life very painful.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, think about it. What do kidney stones do?
He just came up with a theory. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we got some, like, dots on this frog here. Is this like a... Is he wearing something? Or is this
he's
just...
wearing a little...
This frog just has
frog's
dots.
wearing a little shirt underneath, you know? Now I'm just gonna give a little shadow where the shadows are. Because this frog has little shorts. It's not a dress. And
oh, very nice. Okay.
but yes, if anyone was ever wondering why beans have a little seam on the side, there is your answer.
There you go, everyone. I bet you weren't expecting to learn something new today.
I bet you guys weren't. But seriously, if anyone knows where that story came from, do tell me. Because I've known that story for quite a while now. And I don't even know where it came from.
Leave a comment. No, I'm just kidding. This is beautiful. So, are you planning on going back to the eyes, or are those kind of...
No, it's maybe a little shading, but that's just pretty much how the eyes are.
Okay.
Has a little fur, a little fuzz on it.
Alright.
But then it'd be kind of weird, you know, a frog with fuzzy eyes. You ever seen a frog with fuzzy eyes?
I've never looked at a frog up close and personal before.
No, but do you remember those books? Frog and Toad? Mr. Frog and Mr. Toad, or is it just Frog and Toad?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they rode a bicycle.
I do remember that. Was that boy?
Maybe.
On the unicycle? I guess that's a unicycle.
Oh yeah, no, that's a unicycle. That's different. I think, yeah.
That's Mr. Frog's son. And they call him Frogacycle. I don't know. But I remember those books. I don't think I've read them before.
You didn't read those books?
I just remember the covers. They were very
You didn't read those books in elementary school?
distinct.
Oh, yeah, those were very, very
weird.
big. I don't remember even what one of those books was about.
Oh, pencils down.
Aw, pencils down already?
Already.
Well,
Time flies when you're laughing
yeah.
at the straws and the coals.
And the bean exploding.
That's right. Well, okay. There it is. That is this week's image. It is a frog plushie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a frog plushie keychain.
Keychain. A princess
This is
frog.
approximately the size of the actual plushie.
You know what? That's a good point. That is.
It's not a big frog. It's rather small.
All right. And how do you feel about this? You feel good? 15 minutes.
You know what? My favorite part is polka dot shirt.
Polka dot shirt. I think polka dot shirt came out really well. I think the face came out really well.
His eyes. I mean, her eyes. I mean, the frog princess's eyes.
Hers, sorry. And I like the shading on the little overalls underneath, where it looks like it kind of looks like it's almost like when you're wearing a belt and you can just like see it kind of coming in and tightening up around the waist. And
Yeah, like it's cinching.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Welcome to My House, Red Book Edition.
and Red Book Edition because we're working in a red book, right?
Yes.
So
that is why it's a Red Book Edition.
So eventually we'll get through this and we'll move on to another edition. But until then, it will continue to be the Red Book Edition. So stay tuned to see what the next page will hold. Alright everyone, thank you, and we hope to see you soon. Take care.